17 episode of Star Wars Clone Wars is about a mad scientist, Dr. Vindy, who is poisoning the waters of Naboo with some mysterious virus. And this episode is, I would say, really interesting because it's well done in a graphic and environmental way of showing us the countryside of planet Naboo, but also the underground laboratory of Dr. Vindy is really impressively constructed and presented to us. But I would say that the episode is action packed, and this action is really interesting because they need to Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan need to find all the bombs of this virus, because the one form of the virus was only in the water, but the another modified version of the virus is can be air, can be in the air and is invisible. So it's much harder to contain, and it is deadly to all living forms. So because Vindy is producing this virus to to let's say genocide all Republic forces. But I think that the most interesting part, and of course this episode is ending that they are successful in capturing Vindy, but in this underground laboratory, virus is released, and Ahsoka and Padme are contained with this virus. So in the next episode, we will see Anakin and Obi-Wan trying to find a cure on this virus. But I think that the most interesting part is Dr. Vindy himself, because he's basically a space Nazi. He even has this Austrian German stereotypical accent, English speaking, but with the with specific accent on this German German Austrian Nazi accent. But I would also say that he's very well portrayed, almost like this mysterious, a little bit crazy, a little bit over the top, very intelligent, but also slimy creature of producing very deadly virus with no consequences regarding human life, and so on and so on. And so he's like a perfect example of crazy space Nazi. And of course Americans are very proud of their fighting with the Nazis during the Second World War. So this topic almost always will be in some way in an environment of um, of movies, theatrical releases, or even games. Let's say that, for example, very famous trilogy of games, Mass Effect. We have a starship which is called Normandy, of course, for the beaches of Normandy in France, when the Americans and Allied forces landed and fought with the Germans. So this, and for example, we have movies like Indiana Jones movies, who are also some of them during that time, and show this caricature, evil, blonde hair Nazi trying to some occultistic power. And even in Marvel universe, for example, in Captain America series, we have this antagonist, the Skull, and his binding, and the Hydra organization, which was created during Second World War by the Nazis, or a fragment of the Nazis, who were also occultists faction. Um, but this episode was really interesting for me to see. This caricature of a creature. He was even looking very bold, almost like some kind of Nazi German trooper. So it was really funny to even hear him, to see the struggle between our Jedi Knights and him also. And graphically, the episode was really very beautiful, very impressive. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this specific episode.